I've got a fabulous preferred client special for you this week at a great price. This is a coin in the Kennedy half dollar series, the Mint State Kennedy half dollar series. It's one of my favorite dates, and yet I haven't made a presentation on this coin in several years simply because it is so rare. And the coin is the 1982p no FG Kennedy half dollar. FG stands for Frank Gasparro. In this case, the initials FG are normally found on the reverse of the coin, but the die was over polished when they removed the die to resurface the die and repolish it, and in the process they erased the initials of Frank Gasparro. And there you could see on the left there is the typical reverse of the Kennedy half dollar, and you could see between the eagle's tail feathers and his left leg there, the FG for Frank Gasparro, and you find that on virtually every Kennedy half dollar, except for a few years. And in this case, 1982, there was one die where they over-polished the die, and so, like you see here, there's no initials. So it's a major die error. It's something you can see with the naked eye. It's really important. You have to understand the whole design of the Kennedy half dollar. It was a coin that was rushed into production. President Kennedy was assassinated late in November of 1963, and they had the coin ready and in production by January of 1964, so less than 2 months. And what they did was they had Gilroy Roberts, who had already made a plaque of Kennedy's portrait as a medal that was already made, and they used that for the obverse of the Kennedy half dollar, and they used the presidential seal, the eagle on the presidential seal, for the reverse of the Kennedy half dollar. And they put those two together. So the obverse was designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse, that seal, was designed by Frank Gasparro. And there was a small number of these that were over polished, and I talk about it in my 4th edition. And here's what I say about this variety, this rarity. A relatively small number, only 10,819,000 Kennedy half dollars were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1982. Adding to the scarcity of the state and mint state, no mint sets were issued in 1982, and that's really important as well, because in 1981 the mint issued almost 3 million mint sets. That means there are almost 3 million 1981 Ps that were uncirculated that came in mint sets. And in 1984, when they resumed mint sets, they issued almost 2 million mint sets. Well, in 1982 and 1983, there were no mint sets. So the only way you'd get an uncirculated 1982 P is if somebody had put away an original roll that never made it into circulation. And there aren't very many of those. And so finding a 1982 P is especially difficult. As far as I know, there was only one die that had the no FG. So that means we can only estimate the total mintage of the no FG variety, and it's somewhere, in my estimation, between 25 and 50,000 coins. That's about how long they would have used a die to strike mint state coins. And you can see that on the chart where I have that estimate. Now, again, it's only an estimate based on decades of experience of looking at thousands of 1982p Kennedy half dollars. Now, the coins I have, I've got a limited number of these. Sasha's got a chart showing the total number that have been graded of the no FG by NGC. And you can see at the top there, that is in all grades. And you can see there's none graded in 6.8. The highest grades are 6.5, 6.6, and 6.7. Now, these coins are hand-selected. They're premium quality examples in my signature series holder. And you can see that I've only certified 65 in MS65 condition, 61 in MS66, and only 9 in MS67. Here's just a few prices. Here's one offered in MS64, the no FG variety, a dealer with 100% positive feedback. An MS64, $150. Here's an MS65 for $499. Here's an MS66 that's sold in auction for $590. Now, I bought this group. It's taken me over a year to put this together. Take a look at these. I've got a great price for you folks watching. If you can swing more than one, get more than one. This is the lowest price I've ever been able to offer these coins The 1982P, the no FG. Take a look at these. They're all beautiful, brilliant specimens, very conservatively graded. I've got the MS65s for only $139. You can see the little small P mint mark right there below his bust, right above the date at around 6 o'clock. And the initials of the designer of the obverse, Gilroy Roberts, are also at the bottom of the bust of Kennedy. You can barely see it just above the "we." You'll see some small initials there hiding at the bottom of his portrait that stand for Gilroy Roberts. And then on the reverse, where you're supposed to see the FG between the tail feathers and his leg, there are no initials. No FG. Now again, the grand total graded by NGC, only 407 coins. In the Signature Series, I've only certified 65. I've got these coins for only $139. I have approximately 40 examples. It's taken me a long time to assemble these. I have about 40 examples in stock right now, so if you can swing more than one, now's the time to do it. These are really hard to find, and to be able to offer it at this price, it's just a very hard coin to find. Now the MS66s, where you've got them selling in auction for $600. This coin is, you can see how conservatively it's graded. I mean, it's hard to find the slightest flaw on the surface of the coin. Very conservatively graded. Now these are clad coins, so they don't have the silver look to them because they're struck in clad metal, but this coin is so pristine. I've got the MS66s for only $249. I have around 35 of these in stock at the present time. This is the greatest group of no FGs I've ever been able to offer. And finally, the ultimate. I have these in MS67. I only have 3 or 4 in stock. I only have a handful in stock. I mean, the total certified in Signature Series is 9. I've got a few of these. Look at this coin. Again, they weren't issued in mint sets. These coins were struck for commerce. They were dumped into bins, dumped into bags. How does a coin survive? I can't find a flaw on the coin. It's very conservatively graded. That's why it's in a Signature Series holder. And these coins are only $2,995. So this is a great, great Kennedy half dollar. One of the most important Kennedy half dollars in the Mint State series. There's a couple other dates that also have the no FG. A very well known no FG variety is the 1966 Special Mint Set Kennedy, also very rare in the no FG variety. But the 1982P, last time I made a presentation on this was at least 4 or 5 years ago. And I've got this great group and I've got them at a great price. I hope you take advantage of it. Thanks for watching.